In 1983, a child hiking in Yosemite's Summit Meadow found something horrifying: a severed human hand and forearm, frozen in the snow. Over the next 5 years, only a partial skull would be recovered, and the rest of the body never found. For nearly 4 decades, the identity of the victim remained a mystery. But in 2021, modern DNA analysis finally put a name to the remains: Patricia Marie Hicks. Her story would uncover disturbing connections to cult abuse, serial killers, and long buried secrets in one of America's most serene national parks. In June 1983, hikers in Yosemite stumbled upon human remains, just a hand and forearm. 5 years later, a skull was discovered in the same area. No missing person reports matched, and the case went cold. In 2021, Parabon Nanolabs used forensic genetic genealogy to identify the remains as Patricia Hicks, a 28-year-old woman originally from Washington state who had been living in Merced, California. Hicks had endured personal tragedies, including her brother's suicide and a failed marriage. She became estranged from her family and found herself drawn into a religious group that would change the course of her life. Patricia joined the Sananda Apostolic Church, a group led by Donald Gibson. The group practiced bizarre rituals, was accused of drugging members with LSD, and engaged in sexual abuse. Gibson was convicted in 1981, and the cult quickly rampant. After leaving the cult in 1982, Hicks was last seen taking public transportation. She was never reported missing, and her whereabouts remained unknown until the DNA match in 2021. 2 men have been linked to her case. Henry Lee Lucas, a self-proclaimed serial killer, confessed to her murder and described the crime scene in convincing detail. But many of his confessions were proven false, casting doubt on his credibility. Cary Stayner, who later became infamous for murdering 4 people in Yosemite in 1999, was present at Donald Gibson's trial in the early 80s. Some theorize he may have targeted Hicks as retaliation against former cult members. Patricia's story is a tragic reflection of vulnerability and isolation. She was searching for meaning after personal loss, only to be pulled into a destructive cult that exploited her. Her disappearance went unnoticed by family and law enforcement, making her one of many forgotten victims whose lives quietly vanish without alarm. The recovery of only partial remains in such a vast wilderness intensified the sense of mystery and unease. The location, a national park known for beauty and peace, adds a haunting contrast to the violent end she likely met. The emotional core of this story lies in the decades-long silence. For years, she was known only as Jane Doe, No. 248 UFCA. It wasn't until the rise of forensic genealogy that she was given back her name and a chance at justice. Even with her identity now known, major questions remain unanswered. What exactly happened after she left the cult? Who murdered her, and why? Was her death part of a pattern involving cult retaliation or serial violence? Patricia Hicks's case is closed in name, but wide open in truth. Her story reminds us how easily some lives can slip through the cracks, buried under time, trauma, and silence. What do you think really happened to Patricia? Was it a cult revenge, a random act of violence, or the work of a serial killer hiding in plain sight? Comment your theory and subscribe for more true crime breakdowns. Next time, we'll explore the Yosemite murders of Cary Stayner and see if the threads connect.